So
Recording in progress.
so if you see the reference image properly, can you open the reference image once? Open the reference image.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and put the reference image in front of you. So if you see, what is the primary color that you see? Like primarily, what colors you see?
Sir, I see yellow ochre and blue.
So if you see,
I also see red
so basically the primary colors,
and
like
a little bit of green.
if you
Yes, sir.
if you see majority in the picture, like if the paper is there, then I can say 70% of the paper, 70 or 80% of the paper is covered in blue color and yellow ochre color. Little bit of burnt sienna here and there. Okay, some orange, but mostly it is the upper portion of the sky and the lower portion of the ground. That is the majority thing. However, the focus of our eye is going to the boat, and the boat has very little blue and very little dark orange, very little yellow, but still that is something which looks very appealing, like, because that is the center of attraction, that is the focus area. So in this picture, majority color is something else. Majority color is a very light blue, some yellow ochre, and some orange and burnt sienna. That's it, which covers the sky and the ground. But the thing which our eye wants to see is the boat, which has only 10% or 15% of colors: blue color, yellow color, and orange. Little bit of colors, but that is popping out. So what we are going to do first of all is to lay the basic color, which means which covers the 80%, 70 to 80% of the real estate, like 70 to 80% of the paper. Understood? Clear? So what we will do, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so please speak, because otherwise I won't get whether you are understanding what I want to say or not. Okay, ठीक है, चलो. So I have taken lot of blue color, mixed a little bit of crimson, so it becomes a nice purple color, and I am going to coat this very rapidly. Okay, very rapidly, so there should be a sense of motion. Okay, if you see the image, it is very smooth gradient, but here I want to give it a dramatic look. So I am just rushing. I want the sky to look very dynamic. Okay, so I have given some strokes, and then I will take some yellow ochre, pure yellow ochre. Okay, mix a little bit of orange, so for that nice sky, that sky is slowly becoming warmer, like that. And then this entire boat is covered with some rich colors, so if we are using the lighter yellow ochre color, it is not going to harm it, so let it come down. Okay, so the gaps here I am leaving it as it is. So I just want the yellow ochre and orange color, this mixture to come here also, and it should come here also. It should come here in the ground. Okay, now if you see this portion where there is an impression of the water, there the water is reflecting the color of the sky. So whatever color we used for the sky, the same color is going to come here. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So wherever there is water, just take a little bit of blue and crimson mixture and just apply in that area. So this all has to happen very fast. You cannot go slow, because right now it's summertime, everything will dry very fast. Okay, and then what you do is again take yellow ochre and orange color in this portion, blend it, because this portion is ground. Wherever you see ground, you just put this. Acha, in this water effect also I can see that there are areas where we have an impression of the sand. So let's just put the impression of the sand in those areas. Rest this much area, I'm leaving it as it is. So right now what I did, I just covered the 80% of paper. I have covered the sky, I have covered the ground, I have covered the background here, I have covered the water also. But the detail of the boat, the distant boats, and a little bit of reflection here and there, and the texture of sand, etc., that is pending. Okay, so that we will do in the next phase. Understood? Now what I can do is just add a little texture like this, texture of the sand also. In this stage I can add this because the water is already wet, so I can add certain textural elements. For example, a little bit of shadow here, a dark shadow here. If the water is drying, then don't do it, we can do it in the next stage also. But if it is wet, we can still use the time for this work also. So I am stopping now in this phase, and we will let it dry, and we'll come back, work on the boats, work on the background. So there are many other small things which we will work, and then complete this. Remember in this painting, right, remember one thing, that the freshness of the color is very important. Okay, when I say freshness of color, it means we should not be using too many layers of colors, we should not be using too much dark colors. Okay, so our first layer is done. Now what we will do is we will take some orange and blue mixture. Orange and blue, so this will form a brownish kind of color, and we will use lot of water. So we just want a very faint kind of color for the background, small boats which are there in the background at a distance. Okay, and we can use a little bit of blue, mixture of blue also. And on this portion there is a ground, like there is a pile of sand or something. So just we will touch a little bit of color, a little bit of like watery blue color is needed for this portion. Over here the ground needs a little more character, little more color, like this. And the same thing we will do over here. Okay, so just we are adding little more color profile. First attempt was very light. Now slowly we are increasing one tone at a time. We are increasing the tonality, or I can say the darkness, or the depth of the color. Okay, now what we will do is we will work on the color of the boat. So if you see the boat, the blue color in the boat is a different blue. It's basically a cerulean kind of blue. If you have cerulean color, use it. If you don't have cerulean, use ultramarine. Okay, we just want to have a suggestive representation. We don't want to be very accurate, not needed. Okay, so I have used this blue. And on the left hand side, like I'm first working on the boat which is at a distance. Okay, so in that the left side face is darker, so it will be a darker blue. Okay, then we have to use some gamboge and orange combination for the bottom part, like this. this color will mix into this color. That's perfectly fine, no problem, let it mix. At last,
Which
sorry,
color is beneath blue?
below blue or for blue?
Yes, which color? Right?
No, for blue. So in the blue area I have used simple ultramarine blue, and this portion, because it is darker, I have used ultramarine blue and crimson color. Below that I have used orange and gamboge yellow color. Again below that I am using orange and a bit of crimson. Okay, like that. So if you see, this color is actually dissolving over here, but that's fine, that's not a problem. When we have done with these three colors, the bottom we have to do a very dark color, which is blue and crimson color, very very dark, and we'll put a stroke like this, which will indicate that there is a shadow. Okay, and the same shadow will fall here also. Got it? So it will be in a very suggestive form. Same, what we have to do is we will just make few lines the for the roof of the boat. Okay, and just few one or two lines here and there. Now we have to work on the reflection. Okay, so if you see, there is one more boat in the behind. There is that's the green color boat, which I have not I have not drawn. So I will not make it also in this picture. I am not going to make that. So what I am going to do, I am going to just do the reflection of the yellow boat. Got it, Arya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one more thing. So if you see, this boat is in this angle, the reflection will be in the opposite angle, like that. And then what you do is you use a little bit of blue color, light blue color, for this reflection, and blue and crimson color for this particular phase of the boat. Little bit of blue and crimson mixture for the roof of the boat, like that. Okay, and we will just use some damp brush to just give a little bit of stroke, like that. Okay, just to make it feel like it's a reflection. Also a few masts and poles, like this. Okay, so what I was telling basically is, like, start with this boat. Okay, and then you do the reflection of the boat in the form of a mirror image. So whatever is the angle of the boat, you have to do the exact opposite angle. Okay, and then you just follow the reference, you will understand what I'm trying to do. And then we will take some dark colors, and we will put some poles and masts and these sticks, which will create a sense of wind blowing in that area. How will you know whether wind is blowing or not? By seeing the flags, right? So these flags, they give a sense of motion, they give a sense of direction. Understood? So I'm just using a little bit of dry brush, like this, for the boats, to capture the boat's details. And what I'm doing upside, I'm doing the same thing downwards also. And I take a damp brush and I try to just give this picture a little bit of haziness, because it is water. So water will have a little bit of jittery effect. Okay, so I'm just trying to blend some portion of the border. That's it. Understood? So if you can understand this much, like start with the background, start with this light light.
Sir, sir,
Yes.
what color have you used on the sand? I mean,
O-
after
on the sand, orange,
What?
orange and blue color, orange and blue color. This is also orange and blue, this is also orange and
Sir,
blue.
my color looks a little different. That's why.
Your color looks different means what? How does it look? Orange and blue will look like this only. You need to take
Looks gray.
this is also gray, but you have to add lot of water and put it on top of that that place. You have to use water. Okay. This is also a gray color, but once put on top of a layer of yellow, it is looking like that. Okay. So you did this one, right? And the background, right? So understood, right? How you have to do the reflection. If the boat angle is in this direction, the reflection will be in the opposite direction. It won't be in the same direction, it will be in the opposite direction. Understood, right? Same thing, same idea we have to apply over here. So if now the boat angle is like this, the reflection will be like that. Understood? If this face, this face is like in this angle, the reflection will be in this angle. Understood?
Recording in progress.
Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So now we will work on the boat. We'll work on the boat. We will just, as we did in this boat, we will use simply ultramarine blue. A little concentrated would do. Okay, we have to just worry about the tonal difference, not worry about the colors we are using. Colors are still okay. So I'm using ultramarine blue in place of cerulean blue. Cerulean blue will be a greenish, more aqua kind of blue. So this is, I'm using plain blue. And then after this, I will go and pick up some yellow, mix it with orange, because this yellow what we have is a very dark deep yellow. I think Sarah joined, right? Has Sarah joined?
Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening. Where were
Yes,
you?
sir.
Where were you?
Sir, I just came out for a few minutes and I got delayed.
अच्छा कोई नहीं, recording is there.
Okay, sir.
I'm explaining. Just see what I am doing and how I am doing. So
Okay,
we
sir.
started with the sky, then went to the ground. The color of the sky came to the water body here, and rest everything was brown, like yellow ochre and orange mixture. And now we are working on the boats. So we have not gone very far, but still we are doing very fast today, because Arya is very fast. Arya is super fast.
Oh, okay, sir.
Arya, if I give like 5 minutes, she is done. Okay. So so I am using for this portion, I am using a mixture of crimson and orange. Okay. Let's take some more orange, and it goes like that. Bottom also fine. And then we have to work on the reflection as well. So I'm mixing a bit of blue and crimson for this portion where the shadow is there, where it is very dark, this portion. And then again we will go back to the same orange and crimson color, same color, what color we used here, same color, but in the opposite direction, because this is now the reflection. Got it? Then from here, from middle, I am using a little yellow, because if you see, the reflection is little yellowish in nature. Can you see that? The reflection is not that concentrated, it is a little yellowish. Then I am using this yellow color here, mixture of yellow and orange color on this portion. On the edge, if you see, there are yellow reflections, like yellow ripples, not reflections, yellow color ripples, yellow and a little bit of crimson mixture here. See, like this. And then there is blue color. Blue color has to be reduced, and see, like this. So this is a little on the tricky side. Now blue, crimson and yellow, gamboge yellow mixture, this three color will finally end the ripples here. See, little more yellow. देखो, not sure if you are able to get the color mixture, because it is many things happened in this reflection. I will explain once again. Let me complete. Did you understand what I am doing, Arya?
Yes, sir.
So explain me what I am doing. How I did this reflection. Explain it to me.
Sir, first you used yellow on the left side, and then you used a mixture of some colors on the both.
What are some colors?
Sir, the few colors are yellow and
I will tell you. How you do this is very simple. First you start with whatever orange color you have, right? Here we started with blue, yellow and red color. Okay? Once we do the painting of the boat, then I applied this very dark color, which is blue and crimson. While it was wet, I applied. Okay? And again what I did is took some orange and red color, the same color, and applied it till the middle. Then I mixed yellow color, because the reflection here is getting yellower. Okay, it is getting yellowish. So from here onwards I added more yellow and I mixed it and gave this a profile, like the reflection का जो shape है, which is the exact opposite of this one, ये shape मैंने दे दिया. Then after this thing, again there was a pure yellow kind of tinge, and then again blue kind of tinge, so that I gave. And finally here also in this zone, if you see, it is yellow color mixed with little blue and crimson, and same thing, yellow color mixed with little blue and crimson is here also. So this color is a lighter version of this color, this one. Okay, so that much if you do, you just have to follow the reference image, or whatever photo I will give you after this thing. I'll send this picture to you. Just follow this and you will see that it is working. This kind of thing is working. One more thing just I have to complete in this stage is there is a red kind of border here, so that I will complete. Okay, and some red border here. So for the red border I am using dry brushes and very concentrated colors. Here also there is blue, so I am using blue color, and that too it is concentrated blue and less water. So reflection is done. We have to do some part of the boat here, and we have to do some darkness in this area, some ripples in this water. This is fine. This portion will become, only this portion will become little darker. This is also fine. This portion is going to get a little darker. Then you will see that this is looking very beautiful. Okay, so it is, so till now whatever I have done, try to do this much and let me know.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, so are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will not take much time because it's already late. So what we will do right now is take some yellow ochre with water, and we will just try to give an impression of this boat's house, or what it is, some kind of settlement in that boat, some temporary structure on top of the boat to keep them safe and secure in their fishing journey. So, and after putting some yellow ochre in this area, I am putting some blue and burnt sienna mixture in certain areas. Just I am making them a little darker. So just like this. Okay, and then there is a human figure here, so I am using some dark colors here, and then a body like this. So a human is sitting here. Little bit of blue on top, like there is a little structure of blue color over there. Now one more thing we have to do. I'm taking a little bit of blue, watery blue, and I'm giving a little bit of shadow on in this portion like this. Okay, and then this shadow is going to vanish once. This shadow is only going to be in this area, a very light blue kind of color. See, it is going to vanish. And little more blue. This shadow is going to go till here actually. थोड़ा ऊपर तक जाएगा. हो गया. Once this is done, I will take just some blue, some burnt sienna, and this blue and burnt sienna, what I will do is I will just put some dry brush strokes along the edge of this water body. So there is some water which is coming here, and then there is this ground, so we have to just give a little darkness in the edges so that these two gets differentiated. Okay, same thing I will do on this portion also. Same thing I will do on this portion also here, but here I am using a little bit of watery color. Here I used dry, and here I am using watery color. See, now I told you, right, we have to just darken this portion, so I am just adding little bit of water here. Okay, I am adding water with a very soft brush in this portion, and I'm mixing blue and blue and crimson color, and a little bit of orange I will take. So these three colors I am taking, and what I will do is I will just put ripples here like this, and these ripples will vanish slowly. Okay, so these ripples will vanish from here, it will just vanish, and the same darkness will follow here also, and it will vanish till here like this. We'll add a little bit of darkness here also, same thing, same color, blue, crimson and orange, same color, little bit here, just to build that darkness. What else is left? Who can tell what else is left? We'll have to make these masts. I'm making a little dramatic and bigger. Okay.